Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This reading is going to be an open message for anybody out there who comes across it and feels led to watch. This reading I was prompted to do in regards to an ancestor who wants to get a message across to you for the simple fact that maybe it's something that you're not picking up on, maybe something you need to see or know or understand. Maybe they've been trying to get your attention in some way, and maybe you've been missing the cues or missing the signs. So I have a couple decks here that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using tarot and oracle combined to try to deliver this message to you, to see what the message is from your ancestor that it is trying to get across to you. So let's go ahead and get started with I have the healing with the angels cards. Let's see. What is the message? Message from the ancestors. Okay, there's one card. Let's see if we can at least get two more. Okay. All right, so what do we have here? Oh, I had the whole deck upside down, did I? Okay, so we have balance, meditation, and healing. Okay, so what this is saying here is that they want to get a message across to you in regards to taking a time out to quiet your mind in meditation. Because it seems like if you were to quiet your busy self, quiet your mind, your body, your heart, your spirit, take a time out from the distractions of everyday life, they would be able to get that message across to you. The feeling is here with this image, right? Like that's you and that's them, like planting the seed or the message in your mind and in your heart to receive, right? That's what it looks like. It's like I need you to be in this state or condition, right, of relaxation and ease where your mind isn't running a mile a minute, so I can deliver the message to you through your higher self. It's like until you get to a point where you're not running around and you're not so busy, like how I can't talk to you, I can't get the message across because the veil is placed between us. The feeling is here. The veil is placed between us. And until the veil is kind of lifted in some way, I won't be able to get this message across to you. There's a special message for you that I can only get to you that way. Okay, and it's probably not anything that's going to show up in this reading. You know, it might, but the feeling is here. It's like I need you in that in-between state. Meditation will get you there when you're half asleep, falling asleep, and or almost waking up, like you're in that weird in-between space of your kind of your soul coming back into your body after you've had a good sleep, or your soul kind of drifting off into sleep, right? So there's these in-between states of being, of consciousness, that make you easily accessible, is the feeling here. And in order to get this special message across to you, a hint of something that you're kind of overlooking, the feeling is here. Until you do that, I can't deliver that much needed nugget of information. Another thing that they want to get across is that you are learning to balance yourself, right? You balance your energies. And by the way, this card was upside down, but this deck is not read reversed in any way. So I just wanted to make that clear to all of you. You are coming into a period of alignment. You have been entering this period of alignment and healing for some time. The feeling is here, the scales in your life are balancing themselves out where things were not in your favor, right? They have to course correct now. They are in the process of course correcting for you. Where things were out of whack, they will be out of whack no longer. That's the message, one of the messages that they want to get across to you. You have been going through this period of healing for some time. And this transition, right, to find your balance, to find that healing, it may have been a long journey and a long road, but a lot of it was necessary to connect you back to your highest self, to connect you to the highest and best version of you. So even though the journey to healing and or balancing your life out and or course correcting things where they were out of whack, it might have taken a while, it might have been an arduous journey and process. Please know that every second that it took was purposeful. It wasn't dragging itself out to torture you or cause you pain or anything like that, because I know it could feel that way. But it wasn't to cause you pain or discomfort purposefully. Please know that. This change and the healing processes that you have been going through, they're all according to divine time and needed the timing to be right for you. Please know that this balance that you are now in the process of coming into, okay, period of balance and alignment, is to bring you closer to the best version of yourself in every way possible. The feeling is the journey starts now. Okay, the journey to your highest, most aligned version self, fully healed, fully shifted, fully transformed, and in balance with your earthly and your spiritual self, begins now. Okay, the balanced version of this journey begins now. You are completing the version of the journey, the portion of the journey that was out of balance. Now you're stepping into the aligned version, completely in harmony with your earthly and your spiritual. Again, the message was in the beginning, but I need you to take a time out from the distractions. I need you to really focus on this last leg of your healing. I need you to take a time out to be quiet so you can connect, because it's in that quiet moment where the ideas, the inspiration, the knowing that you needed, some kind of like seed being planted in your mind or something like that, or in your heart, gets delivered. Okay, consider the image of this. It's like this feeling of, it's where we're going to connect. It's where you're going to hear me loud and clear. It's where you're going to understand why you needed to take that moment to quiet your mind. It feels private. It feels super private. Something only you would know about. Okay. But it's in that quiet moment where that confirmation gets delivered to you. And that's why the meditation card is in the center here. Because this is you reaching your higher self or connecting to your higher self. In the process of it, finding your balance, finding your healing. And this is you taking that feeling of, the feeling is the ascension journey. Okay. Okay, I just also got the vibe that somebody's not getting enough sleep. And that's probably also part of the problem. You're not getting enough sleep because it seems like there's someone out there who's watching this where it's in those half asleep, half awake moments that they can deliver information to you and get your attention, or they speak to you. Because again, the veil is dropped, the veil is thinner at that time upon falling asleep and upon waking up. And it's like you might not be getting the sleep that you need, okay, or falling into those deeper sleeps in order to get the message that they want to try to get across to you. So the feeling is to please try to remedy that as best you can. If you grow lemon balm, okay, lemon balm, you can make a lemon balm tea. Chamomile tea helps. The other one is valerian, okay, maybe a valerian tincture might help before you go to sleep. Lavender also. There's, I'm not a doctor or anything, but these are just some natural remedies that I personally use. Look into them. Obviously, do your own research. Make sure they're not conflicting with any of your medications or anything like that. Talk to your doctor. But lavender pills are a way to also relax. They sell those over the counter. There's a lot of different, you can infuse your tea with lavender as well. So anything that's going to calm you and help you out to kind of get a better night's sleep in order to assist with that relaxation, right? In order to put you in that state of receptivity. All right. So let's see what else the message is that wants to come through here. Message from the ancestors. All right, so we have 1, 2, and 3. Let's see. Oh, did I have the whole deck upside down again? Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, and I don't read reverse cards, so yeah. Look at that. 7 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. So again, I'll just explain why I don't read reverse cards in case any of you are wondering. The reason why is there's enough negatively or shadow aspected nuanced cards in the deck that I trust that if there needed to be a shadow aspect delivered into the reading, one would show up. Okay. Not only that, I feel that if you go to a museum, you don't turn the art upside down in order to understand it better, right? And that is my philosophy, I guess, personal understanding when it comes to the cards. Like, I don't turn it upside down to understand it better. Again, there's plenty of shadow aspected cards that if one needed to show up, it would show up. Anyhow, you have the 7 of Wands, you have the 2 of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant. This is telling me that, again, we have energy of balance, right? Fluctuation, ups and downs with the 2 of Pentacles. That's an energy that's trying to find balance. This is saying you are entering a period where you're trying to find that balance and equilibrium, and we had that here with the balance card. It has been a struggle. 7 of Wands has basically showed up to say it has been a challenge, it has been a struggle. There has been a major period of personal growth that has taken place in the journey. And all your struggles, right? The arduousness of it, maybe even the slow process of the journey was all about your growth. And you've had a few battles that you had to fight. You have maybe even had to fight for yourself. But you are entering a period where you're coming into alignment with your higher self. Okay? The Hierophant is saying here, you are leveling up. You've learned a lot. You've grown a lot from this last leg of the journey. Finding balance, healing, getting rid of those things that were out of alignment with you. And adjusting to this new vibration of who you are. And every part of the journey was purposeful. It wasn't meant, again, not meant to make you uncomfortable, not meant to cause you any pain, right? That's the last thing any of your ancestors or guides would want for you. It wasn't about that. So even though you had your struggles, please know that those struggles weren't in vain. It wasn't meant to hurt you or harm you in any way. And maybe that's what they want to get across to you, because if you're at any time have felt like, why is this happening to me? I don't deserve this shit, basically, right? They know you don't, and they want to kind of reiterate that. They know you don't deserve to experience those things. No one does, especially when there's major hardships, pain, heartache, you know, you name it. We've experienced it all in our human experience. But the 7 of Wands is saying, you know, your pain, your struggles, all these things are acknowledged. They know how hard and difficult it was, the journey was. This last leg or stretch of your experience has been quite challenging with the 7 of Wands, and you've had to fight for yourself, had to overcome a lot of obstacles, perhaps even adversity. But this was all also part of this was part of your growth. A lot of it feels like growing pains as well, and to bring you into that state of balance, equilibrium and harmony, to align you with your highest self. And I was feeling that already from the first 3 cards, and then we have the Hierophant here, which confirms the fact that you are leveling up spiritually in your journey. You are stepping up into a higher version of you, and you are closing out this arduous, challenging chapter of your personal journey and growth. And you have managed to keep it together and managed to adjust to the fluctuations, right, with the 2 of Pentacles, of the things that life brings your way. The feeling is here, you've done a hell of a job of managing through all the fluctuations and roller coaster rides that life has tossed at you. You've managed to navigate the fluctuations, and here you are coming out on top. The Hierophant talks about spiritual wisdom gained from experience. It talks about all the things you've learned along the way, the knowledge you've gained in the process of your journey. So this is like to me, I know it's not a world card, but it feels like an acknowledgement of your graduation, an acknowledgement of you completing a major cycle, learning cycle, and now being able to look back on it and realize how far you've come. You can look back on the journey with hindsight and realize what it taught you and what it brought you. And you're getting to that point of transcendence above it. And the message is here, like, that you should be proud of how far you've come, how much you've managed to keep it together, right? And stayed in a higher vibration despite everything that was thrown your way. So the feeling is here, the ancestors want to get across to you that there's like acknowledgement. They just want to acknowledge you. They want to acknowledge you and tell you how proud they are of you, how far you've come, that you've leveled up, that you've fought for yourself, and they're proud that you did, that you never gave up, you never backed down, you never once caved. Because even when you were feeling maybe shitty, there's your inherent soul, okay, was still vibrating too high, okay, to fall for the hype, or to drink the Kool-Aid, okay, and fall for the negative shadow aspects that would try to come around and gnaw and nag at you. Okay, you managed to keep your shit together, and that takes a lot of grit, the feeling is here, and perseverance, right? Seven of Wands is a fighter. So it takes a lot of grit and perseverance to kind of keep pushing despite the odds, despite what life and people, places and situations and circumstances will kind of try to throw at you, right? Sometimes the negative aspected thoughts and environments and I guess projections can try to get the better of us. And that was the feeling here from the Seven of Wands. Like it was saying you didn't fall for the BS. You didn't fall for the hype. You didn't drink the Kool-Aid that everybody else was drinking. You basically continue to follow your own path despite what the outside world was trying to throw your way. And for that, they're super proud of you. The Hierophant is also saying here, you're coming into a period where you're reaching a whole different state of consciousness and being. One that's more balanced, aligned, yes. Fully healed, yes. But also completely different. You can, again, say that you've graduated from this last chapter of the game that we've all been playing called life. So this is like I don't know, I just got the vibe like a graduation party. I don't know, is anybody graduating from school, college, or getting some kind of physical advancement in their everyday life? I mean, because the Hierophant is giving me that feeling of leveling up and advancement, maybe in the physical world, sure, but it also feels very like spiritually advanced here, like you're leveling up and advancing spiritually with flying colors, mind you. A+, right? Or valedictorian, right? I mean, there's just a leveling up here that is feeling from the Hierophant super profound. And you should be proud of the advances you have made in your spiritual journey, because everything is coming into balance and alignment in such a beautiful way that you're going to soon access the highest version of you. And that higher version of you is also going to be living it as well. So not only are the feeling is here, not only are you going to be experiencing it spiritually, but you're also going to be living it in your physical world also. Because what I feel led to say is the shifts and the changes that you have been making were from the inside, soon to be reflected out. As above, so below, so within, so without. So everything that you have been working through, maybe even working through the shadow to heal, transmute, and overcome, on a spiritual level, you've been doing that inner work, right? And That inner work needed to take place first, is what the message is here, before you could see anything take place on the outside of you. So those shifts that you've been experiencing inwardly are soon to be reflected outside of you too, and in a way that's positive, beautiful, and uplifting. So now that your inner work is done, expect your outer life, your everyday human experience and physical world to shift with it, is the message that they want to get across with this reading. And the shifts that you experience outside of you are a reflection of everything you've cleaned up, okay? Cleaned up and or healed on the inside. And these shifts happening outside of you will be in alignment, fully balanced with you, to you, a vibrational match for you. And it's feeling like that's part of the reward, that's part of the blessing that comes with the healing. That's part of the gift that comes with the healing and the leveling up and the graduation from this last chapter that you've been closing out and bringing into balance. Balance, harmony, alignment, healing, transmutation. That is what's been taking place over this last leg of your journey. And you've persevered and you've fought every step of the way. And the message that they basically just want to get across at this time is that they're super proud of the way you've advanced, leveled up, graduated, completed the course, okay? And have fought for yourself. And are now ready to advance and step into the highest version of you as a result of that journey. So you deserve you deserve this promotion, this upgrade, this level up in your spirituality, in your physical life, in your emotional well-being, your mental state, basically emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, all around. You deserve this level up. You did the work. You've gained the knowledge, the wisdom, and the experience, which definitely deserves a promotion and a graduation party of some sort. I don't know why I get getting the graduation party. Yeah. So again, in the beginning, don't forget that it feels like there's something else that they want to get across to you, but the only way they can get that special message across to you is in that half sleep, half wake meditative state where you're more receptive, where the veil drops, and they can deliver what they need to get across to you. They're looking to connect that way. But other than that, the feeling is here, you did it. They're proud of you. You leveled up. You've stepped up in your spiritual life, in your overall vibration. You stepped up your vibe. You've gotten through the tough parts. You persevered, through them. And now this is about you kind of just learning to manage life in general. You learned that. Basically, you learned how to manage the ups and downs of life without losing your shit, like I said, without losing or dropping the ball, you see? You found balance, maybe balance between work and play, right? Also, that's just as an example, right? We all have to find balance, equilibrium in our life. Balance between self-care and healthy boundaries, right? There's different things that we juggle in life. And whatever it is that you were juggling, you've managed to find the balance in between those opposing forces within yourself, maybe even between your own light and shadow, right? Because I was picking up transmutative energy here, so maybe you were working through, balancing the light and the shadow aspects, because we have them all within ourselves that we have to try to manage. And this is saying the last leg of the journey was all about finding that balance, finding that healing, finding that equilibrium, not giving up on yourself. Learning maybe with the Seven of Wands, yes, to set healthy boundaries, because that's a fighting energy. And oftentimes that Seven of Wands, you have combative energy coming at it. So you might have had to learn for yourself in this last chapter of your journey to set healthy boundaries for yourself. To put yourself first, especially if you're a giver. Yeah, especially if you're a giver. And I can relate to that. Sometimes as givers, we save ourselves for last, you know. And that's a lesson that a lot of us have to learn on the journey, how to say no, right? Because no is a complete sentence. Or how not to overextend ourselves to the point where we empty our cup. Like our own cup is empty. Like how can you give if you don't fill your own cup? So maybe a lot of you have learned how to find, you know, balance that way. Whatever aspect that you needed to learn balance and alignment in, okay, is what has been achieved here. You have achieved that. And they're proud of you for it. Again, part of the journey was finding that somewhere along the way. Or learning that somewhere along the way. Let's see if we can get a few cards here. Okay. Oh, look at that. We have the Illuminate card, which is all about, right, awareness, having your eyes open. Whoa. Wow. Okay. So you're coming into your blessings, okay? You're coming into your blessings after this period of healing. You've illuminated yourself, okay? You've opened your eyes. You've gotten a certain sense of awareness. You've raised your consciousness. You've stepped up your understanding, okay, about life, love, the universe, and all that good stuff. Your eyes are open. You're fully aware right now. And you stepped up into your higher self. Like I said, you've advanced and leveled up your vibe in such a way, and they're proud of you. And that's the message here. They just want to get across to you that you did it. You graduated, you leveled up, and they're so proud. But the other thing that I was picking up on was that there's something else that they want to share, but the feeling is that they need you in this relaxed state in order to receive it. It's not that you aren't balanced and in alignment, you are, but it's like they just need that extra level of relaxation, right? Removed away from the distractions to deliver this one last piece of information to assist you for the next chapter is a feeling here. Because you're stepping in and leveling up into the next phase of the journey. And whatever this piece of information is, they want to get it across to you to assist you with that. Okay. So we have the Illuminate card, fully awake, fully aware. Fully leveled up, right? Having eyes open, not just two, we're talking about three. We also have the gift energy. Again, what's crazy is that I mentioned in the beginning how it's like they wanted to plant a seed, right? Because look at the energy here in the card. They wanted to plant a seed. Well, there's your seeds. Okay. Part of me is feeling like what is being trying to get conveyed here, okay, is that the seeds that they want to kind of deliver to you has something to do with, again, knowledge, information, right? The apple. But it also has to do with seeds you've planted. So it's like delivering you extra nuggets to assist with the seeds you've already planted to help bring them to fruition. Again, think about the word fruition, the way it's spelled. It has the word fruit in it, and we have an apple here. So the feeling is there's seeds that you've been planting, maybe perhaps in regards to an intention and or manifestation. And there's some kind of hint, knowledge, nugget, drop of wisdom that they want to deliver to you in regards to that seed or wish or intention or manifestation you've already set your intention for. You have the wealth card here, so that seed is made tangible. That intention starts off in the spirit realm, becomes tangible, becomes material with the wealth card. And it's like, in order for you to step into it, access it, receive it, we need to drop you a nugget. We need to give you some information, so you can take the steps necessary to make it real, to make it tangible, and draw it down from your spiritual realm and make it physical, make it material, and fully manifested. You're coming into your blessings, and it feels like the only way that you could really enter your blessings was if you healed. And that's what the last chapter was, that you are closing out, you balanced, and you come into alignment from. Couldn't deliver the gift, couldn't deliver the manifestation, couldn't deliver the intention, couldn't deliver the blessings, the wealth, all that abundance, right? You needed to be healed first to receive it. And I used an analogy once in a reading where I said, spirit wouldn't serve you soup in a colander, a strainer. The container has to be prepared and made solid in order to receive the blessing first. The container has to be prepared first before it can receive the blessing. So again, the message reiterated here, the struggles that you have endured, that you finally transmuted from, those weren't made to cause you pain on purpose or to cause you any discomfort. Yes, it was uncomfortable. None of that was meant to hurt you, though. Those were growing pains. Feels like in preparation of receiving the gift, in preparation of receiving the blessings, the tangible ones that you've been setting your intention for, is what they want to get across to you here. Now that you've advanced, the container is secured to now receive the blessings, the tangible gifts, and the intentions that you have set. But again, it's such a weird feeling. Like, the feeling that I keep seeing is like, I need you quiet. I need you relaxed. I need you in a good sleep state in order to deliver something you need. And it's information. It's a download, maybe. It's some form of confirmation or information that's going to help you in this next leg of the chapter now that you've graduated. You see? They want to make you aware of it. They want to open your eyes to something else. That's why we have the Illuminate card here. But again, that veil has to be dropped, so they can access you without any disruption in the frequency or in the radio station. Do you see what I'm saying? I know that's so weird. Please let me know if I'm making sense, because again, it's like the feeling of dropping the seed, right? Dropping the seed, dropping the idea, dropping the download, dropping that information, that giving you that nugget of wisdom or understanding or vital knowledge. Because the feeling is here, you're ready. You're ready to receive this piece of information. And it feels like part of that information that they're looking to deliver to you this way was something that maybe you weren't seeing, that maybe you were kind of overlooking, and that they've been wanting to kind of grab your attention about, but you've been been distracted or been working a lot, or you've been super busy that you haven't had a chance to catch the drift, you see. So in order for them to get it through to you so it's not missed and it's made very clear to you, that's the way that they need to go about it, is a feeling here. And that's what they're trying to get your attention about. I need you in that relaxed in-between state where the veil is dropped between you and me, right? That kind of feeling. The veil is dropped between us. Sometimes, you know, your ancestors will come to you also in your dreams as well. So it's not just in the waking up and or falling asleep, or it's not just in the meditative state, but sometimes it's even in the dreams, you know. But if you're not getting good sleep, right? If you're not getting good sleep, how can they visit you to deliver the message? I'll give you an example. My mom came to me, and this was after she had crossed over. Actually, I lost my mom in June, and I lost my mom's mom, my grandma, literally 30 days between each other. I lost both matriarchs in my life within 30 days of each other. And I was 19 at the time. I mean, I've always been super connected to spirit, but the dreams that came through from both of them that year following were immense. And the one dream, my mom came to me and warned me of something. You know, sometimes when they come to you, they will come to you to warn you of something. Other times they're just, you know, again, they can deliver happy news too, because I've experienced that as well. But in this one instance, she was warning me about something. She warned me about upcoming changes and that I needed to be prepared for my life to change in a very dramatic way. She was giving me the heads up. Okay. So this is why it feels so profound and important. You know, maybe that's why I was prompted to do this reading, because the feeling was like they want to try to get something across to you, but I obviously didn't know what it was, but they want to try to get something across to you that was super important. So again, that relaxed state of being is super important, because it's in that space where they're going to deliver what they need to you. In my case, like that one instance, it was a warning. But considering all the beautiful cards here, obviously I'm not feeling that for you. That was just my experience personally. I've had, again, beautiful experiences as well where they bring me happy news too. So in this case, I'm seeing happy news for you. And I'm seeing here how there's a gift that's looking and waiting to be delivered in a very tangible way. But in order to deliver the gift, there's a piece of information, a download that they need to deliver to you in order to help assist you toward it. Okay, and I'm sorry if I sounded like I'm repeating myself, but it's just, I'm trying to understand the message too as I'm feeling it. Okay. And then also trying to make myself coherent. So where you can understand me, because sometimes I feel like I don't even understand myself. I'm literally, like I'm in a weird, like in between space myself as I'm reading the cards. Sometimes I'm looking at one thing and focusing on one thing, as I'm receiving the message, you see. So yeah, I mean, I zone out as I'm reading the messages for you sometimes, is what I'm trying to say. And I don't know if I'm translating it properly. Get me? So let's go ahead and grab a final oracle card before I keep rambling, because I wasn't expecting this one to be that long, but I was feeling like am I making sense? But anyhow, Sacred Destiny Oracle is what I'm using here. Again, don't want to take the whole deck upside down. Sacred Destiny Oracle. Let's see if we can get a final oracle card. And I'm also going to roll the dice for angel numbers. Final oracle card for this message. All right, let's see. Oh, look at that. The diligence card. Yeah, I mean, doesn't that fall in line with the Seven of Wands? The fact that you, like I said, you didn't give up. You persevered. You pushed through. You fought for yourself. Yeah, you were diligent. Literally, that's definitely a synonym, right? So in regards to the way I describe the Seven of Wands. But let's see if I can find it directly from the book. Okay. So I'll hold it up for you so you can see. All right, it says, traditionally, fields were left fallow, unfarmed for extended periods of time to allow the soil to recover, to allow maybe yourself to heal, right? It's very similar. Oh my gosh, hold on, let me keep going. Whoa, for extended periods of time to allow the soil to recover and rebalance. You've been learning how to balance life, light and shadow, and everything else going on in your world. And that was part of the healing journey and what you've learned from the past cycle. And rebalance its nutrients to break disease and pest cycles. To rebalance yourself out of a challenging cycle. A pesty cycle, right? You're closing out that last pesty cycle of your journey. Because it says it here. Pest, yeah, to break disease, maybe break patterns, paradigms, and a pesty cycle. And provide a haven for wildlife. Again, you're coming into your blessings now that that pesty cycle is out the way. Letting fields lie fallow meant that the subsequent crops were much healthier and more vibrant. So now that that healing is done, you're stepping into a period where life is going to be healthier, wealthier maybe. Okay? And more vibrant. That's why I said the container had to be prepared. The container had to be whole in order to receive. You see? It says, engaging in this time-honored process takes patience and diligence, but the results are worth the wait. Oh my gosh, I did say that the journey might have been arduous. It might have been a long process. It was full of its challenges, right? And those challenges weren't meant to hurt you, even though they were uncomfortable as all heck. They weren't meant to hurt you. They want you to know that. They weren't trying to hurt you or cause you pain. Nobody was trying to hurt you or cause you pain. It's like those things weren't meant to hurt you or cause you pain. They were part of the growth, the growing pains, and the preparation of the container to now receive the blessings, to receive the gifts, to receive a healthier way of being, to receive a more vibrant life. Okay? And yeah, it does take patience. And sometimes the healing journey can feel like it's taking forever. But the results are worth the wait. So whatever blessings are coming in, now that your container is prepared and secured for it, are going to be worth the wait. Okay? So it says, again, fallow field. The sacred landscape wants you to know there are times in life to step forward and take risks, but there are other times to be patient. Step carefully and slowly and know that the benefits you will gain in the future will be worth it. Be attentive, meticulous, and persistent. Again, diligence, right? Use this time to plan for action steps in the future. Now, I said that they need you in that relaxed state where the veil is a little thinner and dropped so they can deliver nuggets, wisdom, knowledge, downloads to assist you with the next steps of the journey. Okay? Yeah, because it says, use this time to plan for action steps in the future. I also feel like that's what they're trying to get across to you. They're trying to get across to you in that relaxed state of being the next steps so you can take action into the future. It says, be diligent, consistent at every step or at each step as you move forward. By doing so, you will harvest remarkable results in the years ahead. This is not the time for instant gratification. Your diligence will pay off in the future tenfold. This is the time for deliberate organization. Be thoughtful about how you spend your time and be discerning when choosing with whom you spend it. Clear out relationships that do not support you. So I was feeling like part of that you were letting go in the last cycle was cleaning up things, the mess, the muck, the debris, transmuting those things. So you can have balance, so you can have healing, so you can set healthy boundaries. Remember, I mentioned boundaries with the Seven of Wands. So you kind of had to fight for yourself, right? In order to prepare yourself now to receive for this next chapter of the journey. So I feel that this card definitely does apply. What it's saying is that you are, or were being prepared, right? Like the soil was being prepared. You were going through a period of rebalancing to break patterns, paradigms, cycles of things that weren't working for you. You were learning to manage and balance life in general, to manage the fluctuations of light and dark, to level yourself up, okay, in this next chapter, so that way you could, okay, you could then receive. You were cleaning house, okay? Did I miss that part? Hold on. It says, yeah. Clean house. You were cleaning house. You were cleaning up the muck, the mess within maybe yourself or in your life in this last journey. And that was all purposeful in preparation of securing the container to receive the blessings. And the blessings that are incoming are going to be worth the wait. The next steps forward, right, is what you got to take your time with, because it's like, maybe it's not that you purposely need to take your time, but that it's the steps are being laid out for you, and you got to give spirit some time to work in that regard. But you are entering a period where you are stepping into the future, and there's something that wants to come through to assist you with those next steps forward into the future, so you could take the action you need to accomplish what it is you set out to do. Or that way you can materialize, like I said with the gift and the wealth card, those seeds that you have already planted and set your intention for. Wow, this was a long one. So let's see if we can get some angel numbers. If you're not familiar with my reading, I do roll the dice for angel numbers to get additional messages to assist you with this reading, maybe to confirm some things I've already said. That happens often. Also to give you maybe a personal message for yourself once you research the numbers. I always encourage everybody to do their own research, find a source you trust. Everybody has personal discernment and can discern what connects for them and what doesn't. I don't ever want to imply that one source is better over another. That's why I don't give you one. And I also want you to take the journey to, find the numbers, because sometimes along the way you come across other synchronicity, serendipity that you need for confirmation on your journey. And if I gave you a shortcut, I might rob you of that experience. Don't want that to happen. So that's why I never give you a shortcut to a source or give you the number interpretation. Also, I always ask everybody to please refrain from putting the numbers in the comment section for the same reason. We want everybody to find their own magic, and we don't ever want to rob them of that experience. So let's see what numbers come up. All right, so we have 9, 6. Hold on. That is a 7. 967 is your angel number. Go ahead and look at that number, see what it brings to you. If you feel that this reading has helped and connected for you in some way, please do let me know in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. If you want to take it a step further to support what I do, please visit me on Etsy. The link to my Etsy shop is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have really cool things there that I make by hand on my free time. Check me out whenever you feel inclined to. Much love to wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, and always keep shining.